Yes, so it's very important for us to make sure that the product that we're selling or introducing is going to sound desirable, right? If it's not desirable, then of course they're not going to want to buy it. If you're selling them something that they don't need, of course they're not going to want to buy it. And it's going to be more difficult for you to sell that product or share that product with that individual, right? So Atomy has lowered that for us. So we'll be able to introduce it to 100% of our network, right? Everybody within our network will be able to use these products without any issue, okay? Now, the next part that I want to cover and talk about is the business aspect of Atomy. So a lot of people are doing this business like a direct selling business, okay? So what is a direct selling business? The typical direct selling business is you buy the product, you sell the product, and you make a initial margin or a profit from that product, okay? And this is like a car salesman, okay? Imagine a car salesman. He makes an initial chunk off of the car being sold, and that initial chunk becomes his commission, right? So if you think about that in terms of direct selling and implementing that commission into the product, then it'll be very difficult to do what Atomy wants to do. So what does Atomy want to do? Atomy wants to provide their consumers with absolute quality, absolute price. So just like my PowerPoint shows, the absolute quality and absolute price in Atomy is created to retain consumers. Okay? So if we want to retain consumers, we have to make sure that the price is absolute, meaning that no other company will be able to provide a better quality toothbrush at a better price than Atomy. That is the concept of absolute quality and absolute price. So as we understand this, we'll then begin to understand, is it direct selling that we're doing? Or is it network marketing that we're doing? And that's the thing that I want you to see by shifting your view from not just looking at the direct selling aspect and not just looking at the network marketing aspect, but understanding that it's important to see both of those things evolve together, okay? So the beginning stages, what's going to happen is it's going to be direct selling, right? So what do I mean? You're going to buy the product, and then you're going to share the product with your individuals around you. You're going to say, hey, do you need a toothbrush? And you're going to introduce them this toothbrush, right? So the simple question that you can ask is, hey, do you brush your teeth? Do you shampoo your hair? Everybody's going to say yes, and you're going to naturally introduce this product to them. And when you introduce this product to them, there's going to be two different reactions, right? One, people are going to look at the quality and say, wow, this quality is amazing. This is even better than what I was using. And then you're going to get a second reaction, a shock of what? Wow, I can't believe a product this amazing is this, what? Affordable. And these two aspects help you and propel you towards the second part, which is the network aspect of Atomy. So this is the part where you're direct selling, but in order to create what we call passive income and to create a business model that is sustainable, you must be able to go from that one stage to the next stage, which is the network part. So this is where the power of network marketing comes in. So the traditional business model where you're just selling products, it's very difficult to what? Manage all these consumers. So imagine if you have 100 consumers every single month accumulating. Then imagine how many text messages that you have to send. Imagine all these things that you have to do. It's very, very difficult. But if you have a network, and if that network starts to take care of and manage the business for you, then you can start freeing up your time to do other things that are necessary in building the business and growing the business. And that is the key component of Atomy and why we can actually create passive income. So passive income looks like this. So I'm going to throw it up on the screen real quick, okay? So it says absolute quality and absolute price equals consumer retention. And consumer retention equals passive income. So what does that mean? Okay? So think about it. If somebody doesn't come to the dealership today, let's say you're a car salesman, doesn't come to the dealership today, and you're not able to sell any cars, then what happens? You don't have an income, right? And also think about a car. How many cars do you buy a month? Funny question, right? How many cars do you buy a year? Or how many cars do you buy every 5 years, right? So you have to think about, what item am I selling? Is it better to sell one car every 5 years? Or some people would even drive their cars 10 years, right? Or is it better to sell a toothbrush every single month, a toothpaste every single month, shampoo every single month? What's easier? What's better? It's much easier to build a network of individuals who need everyday necessities rather than selling products like real estate and cars. Big ticket items, right? So that is the part that you have to think about that generates what we call passive income, okay? Passive income can only be generated when the individual who's buying or using the items want to continue to buy and use the items without you bombarding them and telling them to use it, right? Or else that would be active, right? So how does the company help you make your business passive? By providing an absolute quality and absolute priced item, right? So that's how the company helps you retain consumers and at the same time create passive income. Because if the company did not do this, then you would have to go to them every single month and say, please buy this toothpaste. Please buy this shampoo. Please buy this skincare. Because they don't want to use the product. But in Atomy, it's a different case. What happens? Your actions, right, that you create in the beginning build towards the passive, right? So let's look at my PowerPoint right here. So in my PowerPoint, it says AI. AI stands for active income. And it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it goes to PI, which means passive income. And I just noted the number 1 stands for 100% of my effort. So your effort, right? To do what? To build the business. Okay? And then 5 is the very end, which is 0, which means 0% of your efforts, right? Still generate income. So everybody's desire is to go from 1 to 5. But it's very difficult to go from 1 to 5 because the products usually do not help propel you towards that end goal. So once again, how does the product help you? Okay, so stage 1, okay, on this graph, you're on 1. 1 means building consumers actively through your actions. So you're calling, right? And you're meeting, and you're sharing, you're doing your Zoom meetings, and you're doing all these things. And as you're doing these things, you begin to understand what? You begin to understand that even though you don't call them the next month, whenever their items run out, they come looking for the items. That is called passive income, right? So imagine if you have 100 consumers who are using the toothbrush and toothpaste because they like the quality and price, then that means that these 100 consumers are going to rebuy the products again next period. So it frees up your time calling these 100 people. Now you can use that energy to make 100 new individuals, and now you have 200. Now you have 300. And that's what we call passive income, and that's how the consumers are rolling together to accumulate this big income. But in the very beginning stages, it is up to you, of course, and in other businesses, even though it is up to you, you're limited to how many individuals that can actually benefit from you recruiting them, right? But in this business, it starts building upon you, and then another beautiful thing happens. You are able to start building consumers with other people in the business. Now think about that. So in the beginning, it's just you. But since Atomy is what? It is a free business to start. Now what starts to happen? You start building auto consumers. These individuals then become part-time business partners. How? Because registration was free. So they registered and signed up. Products were great. So they went into their ID and started buying products. And then as they started to buy products, they started to get personal PV. And then what happened? Since the products were good, they shared the information with their neighbors. Nothing special. They just said, hey, you should try this. It's really good. And then, very simple, they tried it. And then they registered with them. And as time passed, naturally what started to happen is they started to get 1, 2, 3, 4 sales. And they're not even business partners. They're just regular consumers. And then one day, they got a commission. Now they're excited. They're like, I've been shopping at A Mart. I've been shopping at B Mart. I've been shopping at C Mart for 20, 30 years, but they never gave me a commission. But Atomy, even though I've only been shopping here for a few months, I got a commission. And it's not even a small amount, it's a large commission. And you're excited because now you can see that if I actually start doing this business intentionally and start to build this business intentionally, maybe I'll be able to start getting more and more commission. And you're getting excited, right? And that's exactly what happens. So now you are from that A to P chart, you're from 1, 2, now you're 3. So what do I mean? It's not just you building the business anymore, but it's also your partners building the business along with you. So now you are getting what? You're getting downline leverage without even knowing. You've just duplicated your business without you even knowing. And that's the beauty of this business. That's how it starts. Because why? A, products are great. Price is great. 2, free to start the business. 3, easy to build consumers because what I just told you, products are great. And then now you're starting to duplicate individuals in your business, and what's going to happen? You're going to start gaining what we call true passive income because people in your downline see this concept and grow their business. And this is the way that I explain Atomy to many individuals. So, to recap, the direct selling, yes. Network marketing, yes. So both, yes. You have to do both, right? But the initial mindset is to do the network marketing aspect. Why? Because you want passive income. A person who is only involved in direct selling, they lose money once they stop. But a person who builds a platform and consumers, even though they stop, the income still continues. So now the question is this, okay? How are you going to do the business? And this is the most important thing. So the fundamentals of the business we've already covered. Everything looks good, right? Now the question is, how are you going to do the business, right? So if you look at my PowerPoint, it's just a very simple picture. It says, dream big, right? To set your dreams and to set your goals. And before doing this, I want to make sure that we all understand to set our goals and things that are beyond us. What do I mean? I want you to set goals for not just yourself, but somebody that you love, right? You want to achieve this for your son, for your daughter, for your mother, for your father, for your wife, for your husband. And of course, you want to achieve it for yourself. But I want you to set a goal for somebody that you're very thankful for and you want to do something for them as well. And why I say this becomes a very strong motivating factor to help propel you forward even in times of hardship. But if you just set a goal that's just for yourself, then you may really look at that situation and say, I don't really need that. I don't really want that. I'm content and satisfied with this. So I'm just going to quit, right? And I don't want you to quit. I want you to push through. I want you to build yourself up and to make sure that you accomplish that dream and goal that you set. And in order for you to do that, like I said, set those goals not just for yourself, but for somebody that you truly do love and care for, so it motivates you to continue forward. And after you do that, you're going to have to make choices. What kind of choices are you going to have to make? You're going to have to choose every day to do this business, and you're going to have to choose to go towards that finish line. Because if you don't do that, what happens? If you don't do that, then since this business in the very beginning stages is 100% dependent on you, you're going to see no growth, right? So in the beginning stages, you're going to need a mindset of at least an employee. What do I mean? So an employee has the mindset and understanding that if they don't go to work, they don't get a paycheck, right? So in this business, like Atomy, it is an independent business. So you don't really have a boss. So that means that the schedule is made by who? By you. And who is your boss? You. So if you're lenient on yourself, then you're not going to see any growth. So I want you to be hard on yourself. Be the most difficult boss you've ever met, and be that to yourself. Why? Because that's going to help propel you forward in the beginning stages, right? It's not about are you doing Atomy full-time? It's not about are you doing Atomy part-time? It's about are you doing this business with responsibility and effort and diligence, right? And of course, in that, you need to tie in what we call consistency. What I mean by consistency is do not allow your emotions to get in the way of this business, right? Some days it's going to be very fun, very exciting, joyous, wonderful. And like this slide, right? And sometimes like the next slide, it's going to be not so exciting, not so fun, and you may want to quit. But if you set that initial goal for not just yourself, but for somebody that you loved, and you're hard on yourself, meaning that you're pushing yourself forward, and then you promise to be consistent, then you can put aside these emotions and you can do the business every single day, and then you'll start to see good growth. And that's exactly what I did in the beginning. Many people around me said, no. You won't become successful. It's not possible. But I saw that it was possible because it made sense. And when I did that, I didn't allow my circumstances to hinder me. So this next slide that you see, this is me and my wife when we became a Diamond Master. I'm holding my son and I'm doing the speech. So I took my son everywhere because we didn't have a babysitter. And I did the business while carrying him, lecturing with him in my arms, changing his diapers, feeding him, going around places with my wife. Everything that I did was for my family, right? I wanted to provide the best opportunity for my kids. And when I saw Atomy, I saw that this was an amazing business opportunity. And I knew that in the future, we would be able to create passive income and do many of the things we loved and enjoyed. And that's exactly what happened. When I pushed through, I became successful in Atomy. And now I'm a Royal Club leader. I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I've been in this club for many years. And my business is just growing every single year. And it's just exciting. Can't you see the passion and excitement on my face? I want you to have this same passion. And I know that you can do it because Atomy has already set everything up for us. CEO Park is now implementing the APP, Atomy Personal Platform. And we're going to talk more about this in the future, but this is going to help propel your business forward even more because it's going to personalize everything and you're going to be able to share your online business, e-commerce business with everybody around you. And when I didn't quit and continued, I was able to stand on stage, speak to thousands and thousands of individuals and share my journey with them, and just like I'm sharing with you. But imagine if I would have given up. Imagine if I would have listened to all the other people around me who said, you're not going to be successful. It's not going to be possible. This and that. Imagine if I listened to those individuals. If I did, then what would have happened? I would not be here today. So listen to individuals who have been successful in Atomy, and they will help you and guide you. And through these processes, every day, you're going to be able to grow one step at a time. And as you understand the business, you'll begin to understand how amazing of an opportunity this is, not just for you, but for the loved ones all around you. So I encourage you today, don't give up. Continue to push and be consistent about everything that you're doing. Make daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals. And look back on those. Make sure that you did those. Share your daily goals with your upline and your members. And keep yourself accountable with these individuals. And as you do this, I know for a fact you will become successful. Because the company has your back. The one-day seminars, the Success Academies, everything is built for free. And all these business tools are given to you so that you can become successful. So I pray that none of you give up. I pray that you continue to push forward because there's so many amazing things to come. So thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.